because the trolling was on me, it didn't take time to get over it. But then the second time I got trolled, they dragged my father into it, which was a much deeper pain, which was something I didn't understand how to get over.
Today we have with us Amit Golani and Babil Khan for Logout. Let's get talking to them for MoneyControl. Good evening, sir. And Amit, before we begin this, why Logout? Why did you think of it as a headline for that? I mean, it doesn't sound like a headline.
No, I think our dependence on phone is something which, even if you don't admit, I think everybody has experienced. And especially after the lockdown, even more so. Like, because even most of our connections with our discussions with people were then through that one screen. And during that time, I think me and the writer of the film, Biswapati Sarkar, we were discussing some other script, and in that there was one subplot in which a character loses his phone, and when we were discussing that, we realized, oh, this is an entire script in itself.
Because you're not logging out.
Yeah, there are so many things, and so the plot was there, and also the fact that we have something to say about this, because we ourselves felt very addicted, very dependent also on our phones. So from there, that germs became like something worthwhile exploring.
Yeah, and Babil, talking to you, I mean, did you feel that that logout is something that you're playing a social media influencer? So, do you ever log out from your phone, or do you have this worry that what if my phone is not with me at any point of time?
I do have that worry. Actually, yesterday I realized much. It hit me with a very vividly that if my music is on my phone, वो मैं बहुत proud, मतलब with a actually sense of pride which I otherwise
he
say.
creates music.
But with a sense of pride I also say ना कि मैं phone नहीं use करता. But मेरे को कल realize हुआ कि यार मेरा सारा music जो phone पे वो मेरा iCloud disconnect हो गया था. यार shit जो भी मेरा automatic system जो भी है वो delete हो गया था. So all my music went away. And suddenly 10 years of playlists.
Wow.
And playlists gone. I had a playlist with every person I have a playlist with. Every character I have a playlist with. So all of that was gone. And suddenly I realized that I'm in control of this thing.
In this era, actually, Amit, you would also agree that kids, the youngsters, are really attached to their phone.
Yeah.
Like we in our age also because of our work.
Yeah.
But what do you see when you had conceptualized this story? Was it from a real life incident or something that had really, you would witnessed it, or how was it? Why was this?
So, not necessarily real life, but I do agree that there is a dependence of the younger generation on this device, but then sometimes I try to see the flip side, that my mom also used to scold me that why are you so attached to your TVs? Yeah. So for every generation it's a different device. Maybe the only thing is that TV is there and somebody can shut it off, right? But this device is with you always, and if you're not paying attention, it will try to grab your attention. It will send you notifications, it will send you pings. And the entire design of this device is very meticulously made to grab your attention. So it is not at all passive. In fact, it is very, very aggressive in grabbing your attention. And it is designed to be addictive. It impacts the same neurological circuits that any other addictive substance would.
You're right.
So, and as we all know, that younger population is always more susceptible to any form of such addictions. So, because I remember, but again, the younger generation is way more used to using this also probably. So it's a different viewpoint for them. But yeah, as a 38-year-old, it seems like that. हाँ यार बहुत ज़्यादा use कर रहे लोग.
Yeah, and did you, Babil, did you ever fear that recently Control had come starring Ananya Pandey? So would there be any comparisons, because that was also?
No, why would I fear?
I mean, because it was also on the social media practices.
No, I didn't fear. I also didn't fear because of the reason that I knew it was a different film, and I'm a fan of Ananya, and I'm in admiration of the journey she's made.
Yeah, right.
Like it's insane what she's. It's how she's come, like, and वो मैं इतने में troll में इतना बुरा लग जाता है.
बिल्कुल, and
she has gone through that like a warrior, worked on her craft. So मेरे को तो बिल्कुल, मुझे तो बहुत खुशी हो रही थी उसकी.
And you know, Babil, we've seen you Kala किया है, The Railwayman किया है. You've always done different characters. Like Kala में, you're, you know, you actually, we saw a reflection of Mr. Irrfan Khan in you, and in Railwayman you were like your complete self. How do you see that? How do you choose those roles?
मैं उनके तरह दिखता हूँ ना. मैं क्या कर, मेरा कितना भी स्टाइल है.
There was one comment, पता है, no DNA test required. ये लिखा होता है comment पे.
Copy paste.
मेरे को अच्छा भी लगता है क्योंकि वो एक होता है ना कि मैं बहुत, हमारी क्लोज रिलेशनशिप थी और उनके कंपैरिजन से वो मुझे, हाँ, अपनी इंडिविजुअलिटी जो भी है वो है, वो तो मैं उसके लिए तो हमेशा काम करता रहूँगा. बट उनके कंपैरिजन से मैं अगर लड़ने लगूँ तो वो मतलब I have to reflect upon why I want to do that, and if it has a positive outcome in some way then perhaps, but right now I'm not feeling. मुझे अच्छा लगता है, मुझे अभी तो अच्छा ही लगा, मुझे उनकी इतनी याद आती है कि अच्छा लगता है.
हाँ, sweet. And you know, trolling की बात करें, you've spoken about Ananya. So आपको भी,
अनन्या और उसको क्यों?
हाँ, no, I've just said that you know, star kids are trolled a lot, and now if you have a social media presence, तो trolling बढ़ जाती है. So in your case, you were also trolled for a while, and for being very you know sweet, and people said नहीं यार ये तो over sweet बनने की acting कर रहा है. So everyone tries to you know think their ways. जो भी हैं वो बैठे हैं troll करेंगे. How do you deal with it? How do you tackle? Do you read comments?
No, I used to. The first time I got trolled, I think it was an interview I did, which I won't name because I wouldn't like the platform to get affected. But I did an interview where I had said some ideological things about feminism.
Okay.
And I got trolled for that a lot. Yeah, I was there. Then it affected me that time. Then, but because the trolling was on me, it didn't take time to get over it because I was like, it's okay. Like you don't, it's on you. You don't take yourself too seriously. You get over it. But then the second time I got trolled, they dragged my father into it, which was a much deeper pain. Which was something I didn't understand how to get over. Then that was a little tough to get over, but you get over it. The only way you can get over is to feel it and not try to escape it. Not try to be like, oh yeah, I'm not getting affected by this. You have to be like, yes, I am getting affected by this. Let's explore why.
Yeah. And Amit, why Babil for Logout? ये मेरा सवाल रहेगा कि आपको लगा बस बाबिल ही आएगा इस रोल के लिए?
So when we casted Babil, nothing, no, even Kala had not. मतलब उसके I think marketing चल रही थी. Promotions just start हुए थे, but I didn't know that. So it was the same process like we do with any other project.
Obviously.
So like 10 auditions came after we described what we want to our casting director. So हमारे पास auditions and one of them was his audition which we really liked. And even while watching I didn't know that this is Babil, Irrfan's son or anything of that sort. It was just an actor who we really liked. जो उसका performance था, there was some X factor in it. And that at that moment skill part was we were very sure कि हाँ this is what we are looking for based on the character. And then the only other thing left was to meet him, to discuss the script with him and see what his response is, because you need this actor to be fully committed, because in this film 90% of the time you see this one person's face. So you can't, that person has to be all in that script, has to be really excited, ready to give more than 100%. And I think ek bari when we met after reading the script and the discussion we had, we were very convinced that he will be perfect for this.
You know, abhi adolescence you know has become very big. So wo uske andar we're talking about how kids are getting affected because of this, and that's the reason Stephen Graham actually made the movie. So do you think this social media is influencing the children negatively for both of you, the children or the younger generation only negatively, or do you see the positive part of it as well?
So there was one scene which we had to remove from the script because of the length factor, which really was a good example of this. In that scene, the character says that जब कार आई थी, जब कार पहली बार इन्वेंट हुई थी, उससे पहले घोड़े ही थे, तो कुछ ऐसा ट्रैफिक रूल्स वगैरह कुछ भी नहीं था. तो ऑब्वियसली there used to be a lot of accidents that would happen, क्योंकि कोई ट्रैफिक सिग्नल नहीं है, लेफ्ट लेना राइट लेना, कोई किधर भी चला रहा है. So that doesn't mean the car was wrong. That meant that society needed to realize that okay, we have to make the rules, we have to make systems so that
According
accidents
to-
don't happen. We have to invent, say,
Seat belt.
seat belts, and that took a lot of years. ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि car invent हुए 1 साल के अंदर हो गया. वो slow realization of the entire society. So I think it's the same with social media. Obviously, it is affecting. There is no denying the fact that there is a harmful side to this. But I don't think the movie also tries to say that it is a bad thing overall. It's just about being careful about it, realizing that there is a flip side to it, and then right now maybe at a personal level and also maybe at society, maybe 10 years down the line it will be a course that is taught to third graders, fourth graders, how to use phones, how to respectfully, properly use phones and not get sucked into it. So who knows, but I think it will have to go in that direction because it is affecting, there's no denying that.
And Babil, you? Because you belong to the generation which has grown up with social media.
These are the OG influencers, like YouTube influencers. I used to watch like the OG, like proper. But so ma'am, I think, like he said, I don't think social media is a problem. Even though, yes, I won't deny that it is designed in a way to capture your make you an addict. But that is the capital. That's the business aspect of the business design of the. If you can respond to social media in a manner where you use it positively, like you use it as a platform to share your creativity, you express your thoughts, and don't go through the comment, don't go through the negativity. Make a conscious effort, because I know stuff. You always want to see the reaction, right? You always want to know what are people saying about me. But the moment you see, oh my God, there's so much hate.
And there's only hate, God, I mean, if you see, there's only hate. Why is it?
I think,
there is also love, but it depends on what you focus on.
I think it's being overshadowed.
But I genuinely believe that there is a reason for why that hate exists. It's because this all started. हमारी self worth होती है, हमारी self love होती है मैम. हम उसे एक ओपिनियन के लिए ट्रेड कर देते हैं. किसी और का ओपिनियन आपकी इमेज के ऊपर उसके लिए ट्रेड कर देते हैं. फिर उसकी वजह से हम अपने आप को दूसरे लोगों से कंपेयर करने लगते हैं. फिर हमारे अंदर हमारे लिए नफरत भर जाती है. हम अपने आप को नफरत करना नहीं चाहते, वही नफरत हम दूसरे को फेंक देते हैं. I think it's a vicious cycle that needs to, somebody just like, if they want to stop, they can stop. And if they want to blame social media, they can blame it. But at the end of the day, the action is in your hands.
Right. So nice. And you've yourself admitted that you've cut yourself from social media at times.
Yeah. I have. Because
why?
It was because of the hate. It was because of, at some point I was like, this is affecting my creativity.
Yeah, because we've seen your videos also where you really looked, I mean, I
was
felt
very sad.
Yeah, I felt that you
It was
were
after
very...
Baba. But you see, the first trolling के बाद मेरा कुछ नहीं हुआ.
नहीं हुआ. थोड़ा फिर gap आया.
मुझे ट्रोलिंग से इतना फर्क नहीं पड़ा. वो बाबा से इतना बहुत मेरा रिश्ता बहुत गहरा था. तो और उनके लिए मैं बहुत मेहनत, मतलब होता है ना एक तो वो उनको जब बीच में ला तो मैं बहुत actually I felt bad.
And had your Baba been here, what would have been your trajectory?
Baba would have not given a shit. This was the last thing he would have cared about. He wouldn't have cared at all. And that's when I realized, actually, ma'am, thank you for mentioning this, because that's when I realized how I got over this was his legacy suddenly just came in front of me. This was never... Why am I not planting trees? Like, what was his end vision was literally like he was in a forest, you know, when he would meditate, and this is a true story, when he would meditate in Jim Corbett, he had this special arrangement inside the forest, not in the camp, outside. Inside the forest, there was a cottage, and when he would go on a safari, meditate, I'm telling you, birds and animals would come to him. I have a picture of an eagle sitting on his shoulder. I have a picture of that. Wow. And he would really, like, I don't know what he would do, but he would lock in with nature. So that was his legacy. That, you know, and what am I doing for that? So then I realized, go plant some trees, man. Go meet Jackie Dada and just go with him and like do something. He's someone I'm really inspired. And he's someone who could guide me with, you know, Baba's
he comes
legacy.
across as a very positive person because he's giving you, like, he's not angry. Whenever you see him, he is not angry.
Even
like
Tiger, like playing football with Tiger. cricket is the most fun thing you can do.
Yeah, we see you guys.
Because he'll run for you. He'll run the entire field. He has so much talent. All you have to do is be a good football player and pass the ball correctly.
Yeah. And Babil, if I can ask you, if you would want to reprise one of your father's iconic roles, any, which would be?
I would
Maqbool?
not. I would not. No, ma'am. मैं छोटा मकबूल play कर लूँगा कोई नहीं. But I don't think because it's already done and he did it with so much
perfection.
It's not even about perfection. I mean, he did it with so much love, passion, and effort that I feel like why should I do that when it's already done? And if I do that, what is my intention of doing that? Is it creating something new? I don't think so.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, we've seen Irrfan, like, we were his fans, like, I cannot even express, you know, so when he passed away, we all got emotional, be it a journalist or whatever. So I know what you've gone through. So when as you said, that when your Baba is, included in those trolling and all, then how do you cope up with that? And how does your mom say
it? It hurts a lot.
How
Mama
does she?
Mama, I don't know how to explain. Mama is more concerned because Mama was his she spent more time with him than I did.
Right.
She actually was, college sweethearts they were, man. So the truth is, ma'am, she knows that he wouldn't have cared. It's more the effect on me that she's concerned about. She knows Baba wouldn't have cared.
And is your younger brother interested in?
No, he to hates spotlight. He makes sure मेरे बारे में कुछ मत बोलना. आप इंटरव्यू मम्मा के बारे में बोलो, बाबू मेरे बारे में
हो गया.
अब बोल दिया.
इतना भी नहीं, but but he does not like the spotlight, and I'm very happy because he's really good at what he does. He produces music and he's really good. And
very nice.
And he likes to stay behind the spotlight.
Very, very nice. Amit, your take on Logout. I mean, what should people take from this movie? What is that one thing that you feel people will take from it and will connect with it?
I think first and foremost, I just hope people enjoy watching it, because with every work that we make, obviously there is something as a creator you want to say. But I really feel at the core, the first priority of any piece of content is to entertain you.
Yeah.
So I hope as a thriller, people get really engaged with the story, really enjoy the story. It's not a very long film, it's a 1 hour, 45-minute movie. So that is first and foremost. And when it comes to just a message, maybe a realization that our relationships online and our dependence on phone can very unknowingly impact our real life relationships. And we might not realize what we lose out on in our real lives at the cost of our digital life. So just to find the balance of that, and that attempt can only be started by realization, oh, this is impacting.
Yeah.
So just that realization in itself will be a big win for Logout.
And Babil, for you?
Ma'am, I think he explained it really, really precisely. And also, ma'am, Bisso sir wrote the script so intricately. Sir executed it so I think the message, I just feel like whatever they had planned, they executed. And maybe if I say ki, oh, go seek this message, then it will limit. हाँ, अपने वो देखने दो ना, देखते हैं क्या मैसेज, कुछ हो सकता है कुछ किसी को एकदम कुछ और ही मैसेज मिले जो हमने सोचा ही नहीं था. तो that I think let people watch the film and gain on their own.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.